Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Pilot Northern Lion Lance Corporal for the Canadian Air Force, flying SR-71 Blackbirds over Afghanistan 22 years ago. Now, piloting a small Beechcraft turboprop airplane on this flight 060940 from CYVR, Vancouver, British Columbia to Seattle, KSEA, Seattle, the United States of America. You thought the border was closed? Think again. Now, before we leave, does anybody need anything? Sir, Mr. CEO of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, you're all good back there? You're all good? I forgot how to reset my view. All right. Well, we're going to be taking you south from Vancouver, British Columbia, if that's okay with you, all the way to Seattle. Should be about a half-hour flight, but if it's okay with you, sir, if it's okay with you, Conrad Black, we're going to be taking a trip north first to go get a look at the city proper. I have my HOTUS set up here, and I am ready to go. Let's do a little tour of this city to begin with here. So step one, you're going to throttle up. It's very simple. Hear those twin turboprop engines going. Okay. Next step, parking brake must be disengaged. Then we will continue until we reach an ground speed of roughly 80 knots, which you'll notice right here on your heads-up display. Just give it a moment here. I'm scared. You don't have to be scared of the takeoff. You should be scared of the landing. That's what you should be scared of. All right, we are crossing 80 knots. Start to pull up gently on the yoke. We have now left the ground. Approaching our cruising altitude of approximately 6,500 feet. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Please retract those flaps. Sorry, my airspeed was a little low there. I appreciate ATC. ATC's trying to keep me steady here. I'm very appreciative of it. By the way, it might be a little bit of a bumpy flight, but just that's okay. All right, next step. We are leaving Vancouver Airport airspace. We'll be engaging in a slight right bank here in order to take us north over the city proper. We will at that point be switching to external camera to show you the sights and sounds of beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And sometimes these things just start beeping. You just click on it and you go, you know what, we're okay. I'm in control. You got nothing to worry about. We'll continue climbing a little bit here. Just continue climbing a little bit. Get a little view out of your right side window. Okay, that's a little bit steep. That's good. That's more like it. Okay. How we doing over here? Just the beautiful Pacific Ocean. We are a little bit off course here, but that's okay. No, I'll show you the points of interest. That's all you need to know. Okay. Now do me a favor. Let's throttle down for a moment here. Let's throttle down. Give me an external view. By the way, I could really use your hotkeys, chat. If you know the hotkeys here. How long is this flight? It should only be like a half hour. I mean, we're going to take a little bit longer right at the start because we're going to actually go over the city proper here, but Alt F4 to land. Trust me, you would rather watch me try to land. So I think we're a little far right now. Here, let's throttle down to like 0. There we go. Don't worry, sometimes they say landing gear, they don't really mean it. So I'm just trying to get my bearings here. So I think that's Stanley Park, and that's downtown Vancouver on your right side right there. So our airspeed is too high. We're gonna be off. We're gonna fly all the way over the entire city in like 2 seconds. It's a little loud. Can you turn down the propellers? Sure. Is that what you meant? Like turn them off? Dude, here's the thing. Like, flying a plane is very... They fly themselves, for the most part. Don't worry, when he says landing gear, he's mostly just a coward. You don't need landing gear to land. You just gotta be good. Alright, so here we go. Let's start. Get a little bit of a preview over North Vancouver. I'd like to slow my airspeed down if we could perhaps get our trim to be a little bit more down. That would be wise. Press pause on the keyboard. And you will be able to take a look and take photos and stuff. I would love to, but really this is a combination sightseeing commuter flight right now. So I can't, you know, we got a lot of people that paid good channel points for this flight right here. So I'm just going to give you a brief view right now. If you look at the right side of your aircraft, you'll see Stanley Park, rated by TripAdvisor.com as the #1 park you have to visit on planet Earth. How about that? There's Stanley Park. Now, as we engage in our right bank here, this is the beautiful city of Vancouver, British Columbia. This is the downtown core. Now, I am here to let you know we will probably fly over the entire city in about 30 seconds. So this long road right below us, that's West Georgia. It's got all the restaurants. Well, it's got many of the restaurants. I'm not giving you a good view. This is more of a pilot's view right now. You got the financial district in Canada Place there on your left, including the weird gas station that exists out on the water for whatever reason. Dude, it's surreal to me how, like, close to life this is. The sails you see below you, that's Canada Place, where all the cruise ships dock. It looks like there's a Disney cruise in there right now. Personally, not really a great time for it. Wouldn't recommend it. But there on our right, that's the Port Metro Vancouver. If you watch Border Security, you'll see a lot of people try to take pirated DVDs through there. So it's a classic landmark. I'm trying to get my bearings here. This is East Vancouver. East Vancouver, lots of great breweries, lots of great restaurants. The PNE Fairground is here. We're going to try to get back to the city proper, though. Just ahead of us here, you will see a geodesic dome. No, don't worry about that. We'll just throttle up. On your right, BC Place and Rogers Arena, where the Vancouver Canucks are hypothetically going to have some home games against the Vegas Golden Knights right there. Geodesic Dome of Science World down there on the bottom left. That's where you can watch bad IMAX movies about nature. This is insane. Like, I recognize so many of these buildings. Take us to the supermarket you get your anecdotes from? Absolutely, I will not. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed your trip here. There's a museum down here. We're getting into the Kitsilano neighborhood right there. I forget what museum that is. It's like the Marine Museum or something like that. There's live traffic, dude. I'm freaking out. Yo, that's Kitsilano Pool, I think. Probably closed due to the virus and all that. But anyway, sure. Let's get going to Seattle here. Hope you enjoyed our brief tour. By the way, I hope it's running okay. When I'm not streaming, I have it on Ultra. And it seems to do okay. Occasional stutters. But on high, it seems to do pretty well. So what are we gonna do now? We're gonna climb. I think the cruising altitude for this thing is like 6,500 feet. Might be 10,000, I don't know. And there's the airport we took off from mere seconds ago. But I'm very interested. If you guys have tips on how to fly. Because I can fly, and I can even land sometimes. But I think after we do... Oh, we can do 15,000 easy? Well, dude, let's freaking send it. Skirt. There's landing challenges in the game, which I think would be fun to do after we do this basic flight. But honestly, like, I feel weird saying it. Under normal conditions, flying is, like, insanely easy. Like, Mother Nature wants to keep you in the air. I don't know, I can't believe I used to be, like, nervous about flying. Landing totally makes sense. Flying, like cruising, you got nothing to worry about. Yeah, if you have 20-foot wings and you're made of aluminum. I will say I did a landing challenge where I was piloting a Boeing 747 and had to land it in crosswinds at JFK International Airport. And it's like, you know, when you're flying this thing, it's like, yeah, you're 6 feet from the ground. You're like, oh shit, I'll pull up, right? Don't worry about that. He was just saying stall. Like, oh, Jared Stoll, former Edmonton Oilers center. But then the Boeing 747, it's like, there's 1,000 feet to go. You're dead! Like, it just crashes immediately. Anyway, how's everybody doing? This is the Sunday stream. We'll probably mix in, like, we'll do one basic flight here, and this should take a little bit over a half hour, I think. And then we will then maybe do some landing challenges. Then we'll probably play something else, just because, again, I think Flight Sim is one of those games that's it is very fun to play if you're into it, but when you're watching it, it can be a little bit Resident Sleeper. I understand. Can you lower the audio a little? This is just immersion. This is like sometimes you're trying to watch a movie on a flight and they've still got the engines, you know, going at max. You gotta wait until we get to cruising altitude, which we'll say is 12,000 right here. And then we'll cut the engines a little bit and we'll set our trim so that we're just cruising. What do we got going on down here? What's going on down here? What are you? Vancouver, Boundary Bay. I'm going to be honest. Never been there to the best of my knowledge. I do like that the runways are a triangle, though. I like the concept of flying to the next game. I did think it was cool. Like, somebody was like, what if you flew to golf courses and then golfed them in PGA Tour 2K21? That would be funny. Like, I don't know, there's... You could probably fly, like, you know, from whatever the international airports are in Scotland to, like, St. Andrews and then land on the golf course and then hop out of the plane and start golfing. So I did have one question here for anybody. And, well, you know what? First, we're at about cruising altitude, so let's cut these throttles down a little bit. We'll spend a little time trying to get our trim set where we want to be. Indeed, this is Point Roberts. Thank you for reminding me. This is where it's an American exclave, which it exists on, like, what I would call Canadian soil. Not to, you know, say anything, mean anything by that. But this is America. But in order to get to it from mainland America, you have to cross the border in, like, Blaine, Washington, go into British Columbia, and then go to Point Roberts and go through the border again. This is where John Tortorella, ex-Vancouver Canucks, current Columbus Blue Jackets coach, this is where he lived when he coached the Canucks because he didn't want to be subject to Canadian tax law. Fun fact. I know we're still climbing. Just give it a second, okay? There we go. That should start to take us a little low. This is the part of the flight where I'm like, I'm still figuring it out. Because now we're falling. We got to stop the rate of falling. And then you got to maybe take it a little down. Just adjust it slightly. Crash incoming. I'm here to tell, if you're here to see a crash, you just gotta wait till we land. Like, there is no crashing at at cruising. You just go. There's plenty of crashing in Dan's VOD. What did Dan do when he was playing? When he was playing the game? Everything wrong. He flew to Skokie, Illinois. Of course he did. He flew from Detroit to Chicago to Skokie. You can take your flaps down to 0 and trim up if you want to have a faster cruise. Yo, that's incredible intel. So, like, well, our flaps are at 0 degrees, or 0 ordinal right now. Is that what you mean, or do you mean the middle, or do you mean the bottom? I'll just wait. We got plenty of time. It's the thing. You don't have to move fast when you're in the air. You know, the airport's not going anywhere. Do not put your flaps down at this speed. Okay. Oh, that's good intel. Thank you. I'm not trying to cause any problems. We are our airspeed is maybe it's a little higher than I'd like. Airspeed above 135 knots? Yeah, no kidding. We're setting record time. Look, we have to go faster because of the fact that we did the tour earlier. Enough fuel to make the trip. So people have been like, you know, oh, 44% Monka S. You know, maybe you don't want to know what planes normally fly with. Because normally they only fuel planes, to the best of my knowledge, they only fuel planes with enough fuel to make it to the destination plus a little buffer. Because fuel is a little expensive, but also very heavy, which, you know, makes it less efficient. So 44%, no problem. This is why you got to get everybody's weight on this plane. Like in that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. I always love this stretch of the flight from Vancouver to Seattle. Oh, you love Orcas 1? Or the... I forget, there's another airport over here. It's called, like, Clam Harbor. When I first started playing Flight Sim, you know, 2 days ago, I was like, I'm too lazy to go to Seattle. I'll land in, like, Clam Harbor. I tried to land, and the airstrip is, like, this big. Sorry, my fingers are not level here. It's, like, less than 50 meters long. Thank you, by the way, for all the positive comments on Doki Doki Literature Club. Much appreciated. The game is fully recorded. It's good to go. Trim down a little, Captain. Thank you, co-captain. I appreciate it. Now, here's what I wanted to ask. Well, we're in stable ground, maybe a little bit high, but let's go back to the cockpit for a second. Anybody here know how to fly a Beechcraft that can tell me how to program this son of a bitch right here to get my heading where I want it to be? Because, like, I think our heading's supposed to be 146. Sorry, we're a little tilted here. Yes, but not over Twitch chat. I know you like, yeah, adjust selected heading. We need to figure it out. Turn the heading knob, then the button. This, okay. All right, so let me look for a second. What do we want our heading to be? We want it to be 144, and we're at 148. Okay, so we turn this son of a gun. Probably should have done it in the other direction. Wait, no, I'm going to 144. What do you mean? Whoa. One second. Something didn't feel right there. We're way off course, too. Hold on, let me get back on the course line. We're also... We are still climbing. We can afford to trim down a little bit more. Hello, Josh, by the way. Hello. We're gonna throttle down a little bit so our airspeed doesn't get nuts. We don't mind bleeding a little speed anyway, or a little altitude. Press FD, then nav, and it'll auto set. AP, then nav. Alright. Speed's a little high. Speed's a little high. What flight stick are you using? It's the it's like the cheapest Thrustmaster. No landing gear. And it completely gets the job done, and Microsoft did a great job. It works super well out of the box. Altitude? I mean, if anything on altitude, we're actually just a little high right now. You dropped 2K? That's good, because we were 2K too high. There we go. This should level us out. Just give it a second. I'm adjusting the trim. We're adjusting the trim. Does it feel weird when Kate walks in and sees you playing with your Thrustmaster? I mean, I get the joke, but actually, like, I would rather she walked in on me playing with my you-know-what than walk in on me playing this. It's almost, like, more embarrassing. Like, yesterday we had to run an errand, and I was like, okay, just give me, like, 30 seconds, I'm landing. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I'm landing! Okay. Hold on. We're just slight trim up. Just a slight trim up here. Still a slight trim up. Would you be able to fly IRL if there was an issue with the pilot? I definitely could cruise. I'll tell you, I think I could take off too. Landing, I would much rather pass the yoke. Oops, we want to go down on this. There we go. Like, I'm being 100% sincere. I know this is not really flying. This is just, it's a video game that simulates it to a degree of your choosing. But, like, flying is easy. Landing is a little hard. I would trust you with my life. Wait till you see the landing. When you see the landing, you might feel differently, but... Alright, I'm content with this right now. I could take off and fly the plane. Again, landing would be touchy. I don't... If I had to land a plane, I don't think everybody on the plane would die. But there might be some deaths or some injuries. And everybody would be scared. There would not be anybody on the plane that was like, oh, I had 100% confidence. Still dipping a little bit, that's okay. Lupien Fiasco. Not a, they'd be clapping, let me put it that way. They'd be clapping. Alright, hold on. Still, we need a little bit more climbing. We've slowed way down. Alright, let's climb for a bit. And we're a little off course again, so put me back in the cockpit. Alright, so people were saying that... Let's level out here. People were saying you hit AP and then nav. And that's it? Really? I mean, I don't know if it's putting me on course or if I'm putting me on course, but I'm happy with it either way. You are descending? I am descending, but you know what? I don't know if I've turned on, what is FLC? I don't know if I've turned on the vertical nav, which I think allows you to control your altitude with the autopilot. Hit Alt. Altitude. There you go. Oh, that's Alt Hold. I see. I see. Okay. I was like, I hit Alt on the keyboard or I hit Alt in the game. Flying is easy. Turns on autopilot. I mean, it is easy. Like, the autopilot's doing a much better job, but, like, it is easy. You just gotta fly along the pink line by pointing it there. And then we can always increase our engines a little bit, get there a little bit faster. Could you take us to Cancun? Oh, man. Cancun, I don't know how to use the computer, but I could definitely point us southeast, and then if I saw, like, Miami, I think I could get us there. Is this flight even legal? It's probably a little bit low. You know what, Macros? You're right. It's probably a little bit low. So if I remember correctly, this is your vertical speed. This is the... Yeah, okay. So we're going to increase... Hold on. We're going to synchronize the current altitude. And then we're going to increase that altitude. I'm going to be honest with you. I have absolutely no idea where that is located on our heads-up display. Above the altimeter. And the altimeter, for people who don't know, is... Oh, it's the blue number on the right-hand screen. Yo, let's go. All right, so then actually we're a little high. We want to decrease that selected altitude to around 10,000. That's fine. We'll stick with 9,800. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. How hard could flying a plane be? 19-year-olds were flying planes built in the 1930s that had, like, machine guns and missiles attached to them. How hard could it be? Can't be that hard. Alright. Now the only other... Actually, this is good intel. We are going a little fast. If you don't mind, I'm going to just throttle us down slightly. Keep us in a good spot. There you go. Dude, the autopilot's so helpful. How do we tell how far we are away from our destination? Because I know we can, like, if we zoom out on this computer right here, there's SeaTac. It's not too far. It's, oh, this is the nautical miles till the destination. Oh, dude, this is incredible intel. And this is what this is where it wants us to be, is at flight level 1200, which is 12,000 feet. Is that correct? And you're roughly 9 minutes away. Oh, that's our transponder. Okay. Dude, that's incredible intel. Thank you. Yo, Troy, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you, thank you. How we doing on course here? I mean, of course, we're like right on course. Because we hit AP Nav. Now, when we hit AP Nav, that is like, hey, autopilot, you're on, and follow Nav. But Nav is like the pre-programmed route, right? That we got just by picking arrival and destination runways and airports? Yes. Okay. See, I'm used to, like, in X-Plane 11, getting into a plane and having to use, like, this 1992 computer to, like, type stuff in and then, eventually figuring it out. Anyway. The only other thing I need to know is where the heck... How do we tell what runway we're landing on when we actually get there? Because, like, my course doesn't correct automatically, I think, but maybe it will now that I'm actually on course. You call and ask and they'll tell you. Well, they tell you, but I've already got it, like, pre-programmed in as well. At this point of the game, you can just pick a runway. Yeah, but I want to get the credit for it. We are also only at 7,000 feet. Do we not... We have to hit... Oh, synchronize to current altitude? No, not synchronize to current altitude. We have to hit VNAV to send ourselves up higher. FLC. Oh, dude, that's incredible. That being said, I am going to adjust my altitude. Because we're only 9 minutes away anyway. Dude, this is incredible intel, thank you. Master caution? That won't be necessary. I've got chat on my side. Cool. Shouldn't there be something here, though? 1 second. If I go back here, cockpit, and I hit, like, sync. Yeah! Oh, baby, look at that. And then we could crank it, I guess, but... End allows you to switch. Oh, that's so much. That's such better intel. Never occurred to me that planes had windshield wipers. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of buttons here. I mean, let's just take a look, right? Flaps overhead. Steep approximation. These might be lights. They might not be buttons. Oh, mic and oxygen. Those are good. Oh, can I not? Hey, you get off the screen. I don't need you. You got your standby pump. You got your fuel quantity test. You got your, your pitch and your trim, of course. You got your horn. You got go around, whatever the heck that means.
Seattle approach Beechcraft Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo 7,200 feet.
Yep, could confirm that's me.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo Seattle approach continue as planned. Altimeter 29.902. Seattle approach Beechcraft Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo is type Beechcraft King Air 3 miles east of Whiskey Alpha 617,200 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Beechcraft Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra Kilo Seattle approach. Squawk 0155.
No idea what that means. Acknowledge squawk code, yes?
Squawk 0155 Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo. Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo radar contact 4 miles southeast of Whiskey Alpha 617,200 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Acknowledge radar contact.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Beechcraft Golf Sierra Kilo.
Okay, so I think, like, until we're 4 nautical miles away, we're clear to cruise. And we're 18 nautical miles away. And it seemed like they wanted... Am I correct to suggest that they wanted us to stay at our... at 7,200? Seemed like they said stay at altitude 7,200 feet and then contact us. I don't know what Whiskey Alpha is. Maybe it's... I don't know. That looks like a national park to me. It's an airway marker, I'm assuming. Whiskey Alpha is Washington State, dude. Sir, we just got contact from SeaTac Airport. We will be landing in just about 5 minutes here, so if you could just buckle your seatbelts. Much appreciated. I hope you've enjoyed the flight on Canadian Airways today. Do the landing from flight? Isn't that where he flies upside down? Yo, dude, check it out. It's the freaking Space Needle. Poggy. That's downtown Seattle right there. Joker. Sorry, I should have just hit the end button. There it is. There's where okay, look. At 7,200 feet, the building generation is not as good as it is when you're right down in on it, but look at that. The Space Needle's still pogging up. This is where PAX would be right now, were it not for the fact that we're in the middle of a global pandemic. That's Fraser's house. How do you reset view? It's like 1?
Whiskey
Alt
Alpha
1?
61
Alt
traffic
1.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray
Alt
Golf
1.
Sierra Kilo 13 miles southeast 7,200 feet inbound to land runway 18.
That's me. Announce position.
Whiskey Alpha 61 traffic Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Kilo 14 miles southeast 7,200 feet inbound to land runway 18.
Thank you. Thank you. Copy. Over. We're 14 miles southeast, 7,200 feet. We want to be inbound to land, please. All right. Well, you know what? Here we go, lads. We're slowing it down. We're landing on runway 18. No, this is not Seattle Airport. This is Boeing headquarters. We still got to pass Payne Field before we get to SeaTac. Got to reduce the altitude. Well, I mean, if we're going to reduce the altitude, it's very simple. I'm sorry to tell you here. Autopilot, you've done a great job. What's this button, dude? Depressurized cabin. Autopilot. See you never. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in full control again. Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. We're going to need to reduce speed drastically. We're only 4 miles out. Lower your flaps. Lower your trim. Now we're gonna start going a little fast. Go fast. Oh my God, we're so high. I didn't realize it was that close. All right, you know what? Look, buddy. I want to get landing gear going, okay? But we also got to bleed out a lot of speed. We're going to have to do a little circle here with no sweat. I blame ATC. ATC did not communicate with me. I said I'm on final, and they hit me with nothing. It's your job to manage your descent. I thought ATC, when they're like, hey, you're on 7,200, get runway 4 miles away and go down to 2,000 or something like that. They're all working from home right now. ATC's jobs would be ridiculous if they did that. I thought that's why it was so stressful. It's because you're managing you're telling what the pilots to do. Not when they're cruising, but when they're getting close to the airport. I thought they were like, hey, descend to, you know, flight level, you know, 59. Well, that's like really low, but... Pilots report their altitude. ATC just takes note. Alright, we'll get ready to take note of this. This is, yeah, when the pilot and the co-pilot both ate the salmon, and then only the gamers are left to land the plane. There we go. Good stuff. We're bleeding a little speed. We're bleeding a little altitude. This was necessary. Don't worry about the landing gear. Or the Oprah's feet. Oprah's feet. Look at this. Like, even now, it was getting aggressive, right? We were in a dangerous position, and then we just take a quick little loop, and all of a sudden we're back in it. Nothing to worry about. And there's our runway right there. So we're going to fly over another airport, which is probably pretty bad form, to line ourselves up. I think this is bad for ATC. This is why ATC's job is hard. Yeah, Boeing, why'd you build an airport here? You couldn't have moved it slightly further away? Okay, now we're gonna let this guy shout landing gear. And then we're putting our flaps in landing position. We're lining up for that rightmost runway. Okay. Okay. 1,900 feet. I'm a happy man. Rah, 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 rah. Mix that with landing gear, you got the fattest beat of the century. Got a little bit of a crosswind coming in today, boys, or is that just my stick? I'm not sure. Honestly, a little light on speed. We're a little light on speed. Getting close enough that time has come to put out some landing gear, but there's going to be some heavy drag on this. Altitude too high, say no more. Say no more. Bring it down a little. Alright, boys, this is for all the marbles right here. Speed's a little too high. Little known fact. You don't have to actually land on the runway. The ground right next to it is totally fine as well. Come in a little light. We're going way fast. And you just a little nose up. Little nose down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to sunny Seattle, Washington. Didn't even get a bounce on the landing. I have no idea what button turns off the engine. We'll turn on the parking brake. Hands off the controls. But ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. Look at that, told you. You didn't believe in me, did you? You didn't believe in me when you bought a pilot on Fiverr. You thought you weren't gonna make it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I ever figure out how to cut off these engines, we can get out of here. I don't know, it's probably one of these buttons. Probably one of these. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We're supposed to taxi after that? Sorry. Sure, yeah. We'll taxi to the gate. Oh, you don't want to just You don't want to just get out here and then walk? Call an Uber? You can only go 20 knots on the runway, so this is why it takes so long to get you back to the... to get you back to your sky bridge. Why does this thing sound like your old computer? Taxiing is very simple. Planes were designed to take turns very quickly. So all you're gonna do... ATC should give you a parking space. It's COVID, baby. I go where I please. Skirt. What is that? What does that red line mean? It's like if you see this, you're going the wrong way. Hold on, watch out. There's a speed bump. I gotta be honest. This thing handles like a dream. Alright, so if that's ATC... going a little too fast here, but if that's ATC, that means the airport proper is going to be on our right. Or not. I don't know. Where is... Oh, is that it? Dude, where all the planes are, of course. I know this is another runway. You just gotta give me a moment. We're taxiing. What do you mean you don't taxi on the runway? It's like saying you drive to work without using the highway. I don't think so. Chat, I fell asleep. Did he make it? I mean, not only did we make it, like, look, we did have to go around, so I'll give you that. But it was a pretty clean landing. The actual mechanics of the landing were clean. Everything else was a little dirty. Even the taxiing is going pretty well. Like, look at this. Classic 80-knot landing. Well, it's because they don't have air brakes on these things yet. Once they invent air brakes, it's going to be sick. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful SeaTac Seattle International Airport. And we just have to find ourselves an open sky bridge. Just eyeball it. It's like finding a parking spot in the mall. You're not using the other side of this jetway. We'll see. We'll see. Pull her in, boys. This isn't really the kind of plane that uses a sky bridge, huh? I'll just pull you up to I'll just pull you up to the terminal proper then. It's like being in an Uber. You're like, I could get anywhere here is fine. If you want to just let me out here, that's you sure? You sure we're fine? Anywhere here? You want me to drop you off at arrivals? Sorry, DHL. Let him know who you're repping. Sure, this looks about right. There's a staircase there. It goes to nowhere. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We have arrived at your destination here. All you need to do is get the staircase and just walk straight in. Skirt. There you go. Easy. That's service with a smile right there. All right. That took about an hour. That seems about right. Dude, that was you gotta admit, that was a good flight. But now, dude, we gotta do some of these landing challenges. Toronto to Vancouver. It's a 5-hour flight over nothing, though. It's just... You're at like 34,000 feet just... I mean, again, in my downtime, I would love to. On a stream, I don't know about that. Okay. But you know what you do now? You go to find your next challenge. Landing challenges. Let's do some epic landing challenges. Tegucigalpa. Dude, it's hard to land the big planes. What the heck are the Caribbean Netherlands? Is that like Suriname? Alright, a lot of people are saying Paro. Paro's a fun one. Curacao, that's right. Curacao. Alright. In the Kingdom of Bhutan, in a deep valley on the bank of the river Paro Chu, amidst the towering Himalaya mountains, stands Paro International Airport, with surrounding peaks as high as 18,000 feet and runway carved out of mountain foliage situated 1.5 miles above sea level. This is widely considered one of the most challenging airports in the world. Alright. So in these challenges, you get points based on how close you land to the center, and then you get points for how much or how little you bounce, and you get points for, I think, how well you brake, for the best of my knowledge, like landing smoothness. Okay. How many points for not crashing? Minimum 1. And it also has a right turn in advance of the runway. That seems impossible. On-modded Daniel? No, there's no way. He's still on-modded? There you go. I've granted Daniel moderator privileges. This water under the bridge. Dan, I mean, did you see the flight from Vancouver to Seattle? We got our passengers there safely, if not a little bit shaken up. Now, let's see what we can do in Bhutan. Alright. Now, this is a big old airplane. There's a rainbow, dude. Okay, speed. We'd like to lower our speed quite prodigiously, please. What is this plane? $150 knots, I think, is okay. This is an A320. I didn't know it had a Hank Hill ass. 150 is what was suggested for the turn. Okay, you know what? That's great intel. Thank you, thank you. You don't want to lose too much altitude, though. Remember, these mountains are up to 18,000 feet high.
1,000.
1,000. Okay, we're a little low, I'd say. The turn is going to be a disaster. Got to get to 140 for the turn. Okay. How close is the airport once we make this turn? That's the scary question. Sushi Cat. This is very close. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Holy crap, dude. Flaps as down as they go. Throttle at 0. I can't tell if I'm raising them or lowering them. Lowering them. Okay, go, go. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no.
300.
Ladies and gentlemen, just believe. Do you believe?
100. 60, 50, 40.
All right, we're going to do a second pass. We're going to do a second pass on this one. It got a little touchy. It got a little touchy. It's starting to think that it might even be a triple rainbow.
200.
Dude, I'm not messing with you. I told you flying is easy. You just got to keep going until you hit a landing you like. Now, I'll admit, this is a heck of a 180 we're going to have to do here. Visibility's getting a little low as we get up into the Himalayas. Then we'll do one of these. Ladies and gentlemen, stop screaming. We're gonna be fine. The yoke is more up than it's ever been. It's very simple. If the yoke is up, we can't die. Flaps are causing us some problems. Oh, you know what? You're right. You're not wrong about that one.
Stand. 1,000.
Okay, we're back. All right, now time to begin our second pass.
500.
All right. Flaps down again, please.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
No shit.
Overspeed.
No shit.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, flaps are down. We need to bleed speed. So we'll gain a bunch. And then we'll bleed it. Then we'll bleed it. Then we'll bleed it.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Believe our pilot had a red out. That's bullshit. I do not believe that an Airbus A320 would come apart under sheer forces there. I don't believe it. Your landing gear might have broken off. Then we'll land on the soft underbelly. Your pilot would have passed out. Dude, that's why they undergo that training where they spin them around in the centrifuge. Frito-Lays, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Alright. I didn't realize, so I think what we want to do, don't follow the river. Like, the river is cowardice. Or alternatively, follow the left edge of the river. Frito-Lay's gaming poggers. Oh no. At least it's 5 gifted subscriptions and not $5 if that's the... if I'm getting Ogilvied right now. Okay, we're at 8,200 feet, which is actually like 12 feet. Because we're very high up in the mountains. We're going to throttle down a little bit. Landing gear's already good to go. There's your runway. A little fast. So we're going to throttle down. Yolk up. Yolk up. Nerves of steel. Nerves of steel. We're flying dead stick. We're going to be a little fast coming down. That's okay, because we're going to stick the landing.
400. 300.
Okay, that's fine.
200.
It's fine.
100. 650. 430. 20. Retire.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're going back up. The bounce was bad. Hello? Hello? Your touchdown was canceled. What do you mean my touchdown was canceled? We were gonna make it. We were close, though. We were close on that one. Much closer. I think we got it on the next one. I think I've learned my lesson. So I'm going to start going this way. Only one engine is throttling down both times. You know what? Not true. You had me for a second. I was like, you got the right idea. Maybe that's my problem. But here they both appear to be throttling down. It was true before. That is weird. I don't know what's causing that. It's because you were turning. We'll see. Refund the plane. It's defective. Turn this thing off. I'm dry. You're right. Trim. Let's put this trim down a touch. It's gonna make our it's gonna make our air, or it's gonna make our altitude bleed a little. Yo, this looks so much better. As long as we make it over that hill, we're okay. Yolk up. Yolk up. Ladies and gentlemen, use the rudder.
300.
Oh no. Get ready on the brake. Get ready on the brake.
300. 200. 100. 650. 40. 30. 20.
No! No! It's like I was on it, and then I was like, if I push it down, it's gonna screw us. It was good, too. Engine 2 turned up again. I honestly have no idea what's turning it up. I think it might be like a game auto. Like it's compensating for a crosswind or something. You can turn off auto throttle in the cockpit. Don't accelerate on the way down. Ruin. It's not an acceleration due to the throttle, okay? It's because gravity is acting upon you, thus causing your 7-ton airplane to go faster. It's not like I'm pushing the gas pedal inside of my Airbus A320. Now here's what we... Okay, you got this? You got this? You got it for a second, okay? We got it... Where's the dang autopilot button in an Airbus A320? Yeah, that's probably it. That's the one. I told you! How you guys doing? Oh, nah, no wonder. There you go. A320. Beautiful sight. It's 90 tons?
500.
Dude, that's madness. If something's 90 tons, how could it fly? It's heavier than air. Checkmate. Low pass over the mountains.
500.
Coming in a little hot.
400.
Trim down.
300.
Coming in way hot. Trim way down. Coming in way hot. Engine 2! There you go. Okay, we cut engine 2. Engine 2 started to go again. This one has no chance.
400.
So let's send it.
300. 200. 100. 64, 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bhutan. I'm slamming those brakes. I'm slamming them. I'm slamming them. Parking brakes. Oh, 62-point landing, baby. You know what, though? That's pretty bad because the worldwide top 10 is like 1.8 million. However, give me a restart on this one. So now we got to work. Yo, Spitmaster 420, thank you, thank you. We got to work against the airplane. When we go over one of those hills, engine 2, is this like a mayday situation? Engine 2 just starts firing for no reason. Take me inside. We turn off the auto throttle. I don't want it. I'm ready. Dude, it's Luke Skywalker turning off his targeting computer.
Overspeed.
That's fair. The throttle was too high.
Overspeed.
No training wheels necessary. And your landing gear is out? Well, the landing gear is supposed to be out. We're landing. But if you want me to land without landing gear, I can definitely do it. What is this approach? Dude, you would have cost the rebel forces the victory against the Galactic Empire. Luke, what are you doing? Thank you, Apino, for the gifted subscriptions as well. Luke knows what he's doing, okay? And I know what I'm doing too. Engine 2, no. Engine 2, you don't do that. Trim way down, please. Engine 2, you don't. No. Engine 2, I'm in control.
400.
Engine 2, what are you doing?
300.
This one we got major problems, lads.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 420.
We made it. I don't know how to reverse thrust. I can't even stop the engines from firing on me. I don't think the HOTUS is possessed. I think it's, I think there's some kind of, like, auto assist on it right now. That is causing some issue. You can't reverse thrust in the air anymore. It killed some people in the 1990s. So just because some people died, all of a sudden I'm not allowed to do my job anymore, I guess. The engines are spooling up because you're too low. Have they considered building a special Airbus that can fly in Bhutan? Because this is...
1,000.
Excuse me. Like, I'm gonna have to just kick the engines off the wing to land this. What do you guys prefer, though? Airbus or Boeing? I gotta tell you, the A380 is, like, maybe the nicest plane I've ever flown on. The fact that it has bathrooms, like, down a staircase, and it had a nice little snack lobby there in coach was amazing. But I gotta tell you, dude, the Dreamliner... It's a wonderful piece of technology as well. Every time I get off of the Dreamliner, it's the only time I get off an airplane and don't feel like I'm a dried out husk of a man. Engine 2, shut the frick up. Okay? I've got you. Okay, don't get it twisted. Engine 2, I've got you. You don't need to spool up.
300.
We're cutting. Trim down, please. Probably shouldn't be glancing during the landing.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard 5.
Why are you speeding up? Why? We were so good, and then the engines just started firing. I'm like, what happened? We were landing, and everything was good, and then the throttle was like, breen. I'm upset. I'm upset by that rate. I thought we were doing very well. No, the throttle is in 0 position. It's in position 0. Anyway, take me back to the main menu. That one's... Something went wrong there. That's frustrating. You know what? I was on medium difficulty. I think we have to go on maximum difficulty. You know, just put me on true to life. The O Project, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. There we go, true to life, baby. Okay, land me. This is a tiny plane. For the next 2 weeks, compete in a new limited time landing challenge. Courchevel Airport is serving Courchevel, a ski resort in the French Alps. The airfield has a very short runway. There is no go-around procedure. What do you mean there's no go-around procedure? So if you screw up the landing, you just die? They couldn't just build the airport like a little further away? That seems unsafe. It's like a Far Cry airport. I mean, there's a mountain. Could they just land you like 3 or 4 kilometers away from the mountain? You could take a shuttle? All right. What's the 0 knot wind? 6 in the morning. I'm ready to fly. Okay. Here we are. What is this plane? Also, where is the airport? It's on your right. That's the runway? Holy crap. Alright, boys, buckle in. I'm going to take you down. Okay, we're going to do a go around here. This plane handles like a damn dream. I'll tell you that much. Airspeed is at 95 knots. Man, this is beautiful. I'm going to pull up a little bit. Altitude, quite high, but we are in the Alps. All right. Ready yourselves, lads. Ready yourselves. Flaps are good. Trim is okay. I see our runway. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. We were dipping a little. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, you're not wrong. Fine, fine, fine. Have it your way. Fine, fine. Oh! Okay, here's what we're gonna do, lads. We're gonna level out, and we're gonna take another pass at it. We're dipping a little. Might want to give her a little juice. There we go. Get some oxygen in those engines. Then we're coming up. Okay. Beautiful stuff. All right. This is how I go. All right, there. Oh, that's how you do it. All right. Like I said, this thing handles like a dream. It did lose a little. It lost a little bit of its handling as I came through there. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So we see the runway there on the right. We'll slow ourselves down a little bit. Slow ourselves down a lot. Slow ourselves down a lot. Want to be around 90. 90 knots. There you go. Okay, it's beautiful. We're just gonna let ourselves dip. We're gonna let Mother Nature take us down a little bit. We're gonna cut the throttle again. We don't need to take our turn yet. Start initiating the turn. A little lighter on the throttle, please. Better. Still need a little bit more of a straighter approach. It's okay, lads. It's okay. I'm going to put the flaps down all the way. Slow us down even more. I'm going to throttle up slightly. Don't worry about that. It's my alarm. That's just my alarm. You got nothing to worry about. Enjoy. You're going to enjoy the skiing. You're going to have a great weekend. You're going to enjoy the skiing. Everything was fine until I put the flaps down. Oh, I agree. Too much flaps too soon. I'm flying it like an Airbus. I forgot. This is it's more like an SR-71 Blackbird. So here you go. We're gonna crank on it. All right, crank it, lads. Then we're slowing it down. Slowing it down. There you go. Still keep those engines with an oxygen-rich fuel mixture. That's too heavy of a turn. Your passengers are going to get anxious. We don't want to make our passengers anxious. I'm going to slow it down even further. I'm going to slow it down even further. How many people does this plane sit? 8 souls. A little fast still, so we're going to cut it. Just going to cut it a little bit. Then we're going to raise it a little bit. We're going to cut it a little bit. Sorry, boys, a little bit of a crosswind as we come in here. Cutting it a little bit. No flaps yet. No flaps yet. Little rudder steering. Flap access. Take me down to the Paradise City. Throttle's completely cut. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Enjoy your weekend in the Alps. 316,000? Oh, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we even got an achievement on that one. We're not really close to the world top 10, but hey, we're in 91,000th place. Nobody else on my friends list has even done it. This would be a hilarious golden goblet. This would be the funniest golden goblet, dude. Let's see what else we got for landing challenges. I did want a strong wind. It seems pretty funny. I don't know. Maybe we're more at the epic level right now. Isn't like the Nepal one is crazy too, right? But I kind of I like the ones with the huge planes. So that's the one we just did. This is St. Bartholomew, the one that's like you land right over the beach or something like that. Bugaliga is ridiculous. All right, let's try this then. In aviation circles, the Indonesian province of Papua is infamous for its poorly maintained mountainous airstrips, which are often the only points of contact between locals and the outside world. Bugalaga, with its precipitously steep, sloped, and short runway, is no exception. Like, this shit is just like, why don't they just make it longer? What? Can't you just fly in like a little concrete and then just make the runway like another 1,000 feet longer? Sure, are you paying? I mean, how much does 1,000 feet of concrete cost? This just seems like they're asking for trouble. Alright, lads. Well, mission 1 will just be figuring out where the airport even is. It's right there, lad. Ooh! That's it, huh? That is it. All right. And then we're supposed to come around from the opposite side, right? Not this one. Yes, okay. So we're just gonna go around this. Dude, it's such a beautiful looking game. I'm not worried about our fuel. Like, X-Plane looks like... And I got nothing but respect for X-Plane. It's a little old, and X-Plane looks like dog shit compared to this. Like, if you fly over a city in X-Plane 11, it's like just 6 cereal boxes. And you're like, that's Washington. Here we go. It begins. It looks so good. I'm stunned. Okay, we're gonna need heavy throttle down action, please. We're still way off. Oh, relax. This one we're not gonna mess with. Before the end of this stream, we're gonna need some cockpit-only landing attempts. Can you set up a landing? We're gonna do a little loop around here. Can you set up just a landing? Like, can you put yourself on approach to like an airport that's real? You can? That is sick. No, I'm not going to do it on this one. Have you lost your damn mind? Because I'll help you find it. Need a little oxygen in the engines? Need a little oxygen in the engines? Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. The Bagalaga Airport. There it is. Oh, you can't see it? They got an Auntie Annie's. They got a Foot Locker. Give me some rudder steering. Thank you, thank you. I believe in myself. I know we're going to need to put flaps down. My nose is actually extremely itchy as well. Got a little bit of a crosswind. It's okay. Give it a little gas. A little gas in the engines. Little gas. Flaps down, please.
500. Stall.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bagalaga in the Philippines. Hopefully, sorry, Indonesia, sorry. Landing precision, landing smoothness, had a little bit of roll on the ground, and we're about 1 meter away from hitting some of those houses, but hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Ashtray Milk and Corvo Etano. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Okay. So there is one. There's a relatively easy landing in Toronto that we might be able to do first person. It's on like famous Toronto. It's the Billy Bishop Airport, so it's not Pearson and Mississauga. It's the one that's like, you know, just on the side of the CN Tower. Eddie /3D, thank you as well. Thank you. We'll do our best on this one. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. The Billy Bean Baseball Airport. Honestly, the Vancouver Airport is like, to just land and do an approach is nothing special, you know? I mean, the approach, depending on the approach, if you come in from the west side, it can be pretty nice. But if you're coming in from like the east, north, or the south, it just looks like you know, flat dirt, basically. Vegas is a great approach. That would be a fun one, too. Because especially if you come in from, no matter what side you come in, it's like in a basin, right? So you're coming in like right over the mountains and then a steep descent. Meepin do for one. Thank you as well. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Here we go, lads. Cockpit only landing. So I'm looking, we're 1,300 feet in the air. We're traveling at about 144 knots. We're going to take this opportunity to throttle down a little bit. If you hit space, your view goes up a bit. Oh. You can like lean over the cockpit. I see. I think that's the airport, the island just on the left there. Gotta slow it down.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Honestly, thought this was one of those planes that just had the landing gear out by default. We're landing with the sun in our eyes. That's okay. Can I get a little boost, please? I'd like to be able to see the runway from the booster seat. There it is right there. 600 feet. Stay cool. Just gonna stay cool here. We're gonna... Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna say flaps down now. And then we're just gonna get ourselves adjusted here. Throttle down to 0. I mean, come on. Is it supposed to be hard to like land an airplane from the cockpit only? That was gorgeous. We weren't too straight, I'll give you that one. We weren't too straight on. Now do it in Boga logo. And that was not bad. It was 16,000. I'll take it. Ramp up the difficulty. I mean, we already got no assists on. I'm not sure how much harder it can get. Like, I'm telling you, I think, dude, I could go to flight school easily. Probably get a scholarship. Strong wind. Sure, you want me to land an Airbus A320 in strong wind in one of the most notorious airports in the world? Sure. How hard could it be? Alright, it looks pretty tough. How many channel points to do Melbourne to Sydney? What is Melbourne to Sydney? I honestly think to close out the stream, we should do like LA to Vegas. That seems like the most sensible one to me. I'm pretty sure that's like an hour and 10 minutes long. I don't know if it's an hour and 10 minutes in a Beechcraft turboprop twin propeller airplane, but it's an hour and 10 minutes in like a Boeing 737. If you catch my drift. Skirt. All right, you know, right off the bat, I can tell you it's a windy one. I can tell you it's a little windy. Passengers, buckle up. Remember what Jay-Z said? How could you falter when you're the Rock of Gibraltar? 24-kilometer-an-hour wind. No biggie. How do you see that, by the way? It's set at the splash screen. Okay, fair enough. Man, this thing's rattling around. Isn't this our twin engine airplane? That one, it is. It's a 320. Engine 2, just work with me on this one, please. That's all I ask. I'm going to trim down just a little bit here just to get us ready. Hello, Gibraltar. The Hank Hill ass airplane. Exactly. Hey, honestly, these things were built to fly, so I'm not too worried about it. It's doing pretty well right now. You got to be 170 knots on approach. ATC doesn't handle that stuff. That's the pilot's job. Buttload of butts. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. We are a little low. I'll give you that. We're going to trim up slightly. And we're going to yoke up. Flaps are fine. I can't see the runway. You just kind of gotta infer. It's this area over here. It must be in between those red lights, right? Yeah. Okay. I was hoping that wasn't like just stop signs on the highway. All right, it's a little windy, boys.
400.
I'm not gonna deny it. We got a bit of a crosswind. We're gonna need the counter steer with the rudder. Gotta hold a little counter steer with the rudder. Keep those flaps down to the bottom. Hold it together. Engine 2! They tried to engine 2 me, dude. I don't know what to say. They tried to engine 2 me. Take me in low, please.
200.
Engine 2, shut up!
20.
Ladies and gentlemen. So I got an achievement for completing the landing and also a crash. So that's a new one. The achievement was like, land in an airport with more than 20 knots of wind. Anyway, let's do LAX to Vegas. That could be a fun way to get it going here. But I am like, dude, I don't know what's going on with the A320 engine 2. We're going to have to ask Quill 18. I'm going to have to, like, take the key out of the ignition when we're trying to land. All right. World map, please. It's going to take a while to load, so just prepare yourself. So KLAX. Right down here. And then we'll fly into McCarran, which is right here. And then as probably we would prefer to be in like an airliner. To be honest with you, I don't really want to fly the Airbus A320 because I can't trust the engines on landing. I suppose we could just do the jet. Yeah, the small jet is probably a good... I agree. I think the private jet, that's what you want to do. I think you are absolutely correct. And 26 hours. So if I remember correctly, the runways The number indicates the header of the runway, right? So 26 is like 260 degrees. Did it say it was a 26-minute flight? How can you tell that? How can you tell it's a 26-minute flight? 27? It's the line on the map. Well, we can get more flights done, I guess, if we do that then. And you know, I mean, come on. If you're going to fly into Las Vegas, you want to fly in, like, at sunset, right? Just give it a minute. There you go. When you're going to the east, you want sunrise? Nah, dude, then the sun's gonna be in my freaking face. Oh, I hit 12:41 p.m. I thought I hit like 7:50. Maybe it hit a little hiccup while I was moving it. That was UTC. Son of a... You can change it on the fly? It's incredible. Give it a second. It takes a while to load up. Takes a bit. It's just loading Earth. Reddit says Shift R disables auto throttle. Alright, that's useful intel, because I was like... When Engine 2 came on, when I had a perfect landing, I was very upset. If I were a real pilot, I'd be even more upset, because I'd probably get sued for, like, malpractice. No, I'm using a HOTAS, but the thing is, like, even with, like, a basic HOTAS, you still need to use some keyboard controls. Or in many circumstances, you will prefer to use your mouse or your keyboard for some esoteric things. Because this thing only has, like... I think it's got, like, 11 buttons. But there's, I don't know, 20,000 buttons on an airplane. Honestly, we've dropped 0 frames. I think the PC's doing pretty well with the game and streaming. But I'm only playing on high. I was playing on ultra in my downtime. So we would like to make it around, oh, there we go, like 7 p.m. Checklist done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are prepared to fly. If you're ready, I'm ready. Throttle up a little bit. Parking brake off. Yo, this thing's got gas, dude. This thing's out of control. Oh my God. Mr. O'Leary, we'll have you at the Mirage Casino in just about a half an hour. Oh my Lord. That is absurd. This is like being on a roller coaster. All right. Well, we don't wait until we get off of our takeoff runway or departure runway. We just go straight to our required course. If I could put my landing gear up, please. The landing gear button did not work. Flaps are okay. Yeah, I heard your last transmission. We're going to Vegas, nerd. Shut up. Landing gear? There we go. There we go. We were going too fast. All right, we can throttle down a little bit here. We're going 300 knots. I mean, this thing is absurd. Yeah, we're bringing Elias Pettersson, Quinn Hughes, and Brock Besser. We're gonna go throw eggs at Marc-Andre Fleury's penthouse window. Who's in? Punch it. Hold on, I gotta get to cruising altitude. Skirt. Yeah, that works for me, Sin. We're good for 5. I should be touching down around 3:30, so that'll give me time to get checked in at the presidential suite at the Paris Hotel and Resort. I should be good to record some Geo right after that. ATC hates me. I have a private jet. They don't get to tell me anything. Uh-oh, no gas. Oh, we got plenty gas. I'm not sweating that. So you know what? I don't know. We're only flying for 20 more minutes. Let's put our trim to a more neutral level. And honestly, you take me in here. Master warning. Yeah. No worries. No worries about that. Give me some AP. Nav. FLC sounds good to me. You're doing it. Thank you. Thank you. Just gotta say, is our it's already got it's good. It's good. The parking brake is on. You know what? Remember when I said that the landing gear wasn't working? I think I toggled the wrong button on that one. Mr. O'Leary, you doing okay back there? Yo, dude, I like this. 2 cup holders for the pilot. Now we're talking. He passed out. Alright, so you're getting me in there. I appreciate that. How long we gotta go until we end up in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada? I don't like this computer as much as the last one. You'd think for a private jet you get some good stuff.
Overspeed.
Well then...
Overspeed.
Then, you know what? Turn that on. It's not my responsibility to fly the airplane just because I'm a pilot. How do I tell how long it's going to be until touchdown in Las Vegas? I feel like it should be on this computer right here. It's 185 nautical miles away. Estimated touchdown 1946, or is that the current time? Do you have a watch? Does the pilot have a watch? We've got a clock up here. That's the current time. Should say ETE somewhere. Bottom right is current time. Really? So we're gonna land in 7 minutes? I think this is our old UTC clock. Check flight plan in the drop-down menu. Okay. Flight plan in the drop-down menu. Flight plan. Flight plan. ETE. Excuse me, could you... You have to click start for the timer? Isn't this just like a stopwatch, though? You needed to start the stopwatch back then. Bro. That's just a glorified stopwatch. I mean, we could just keep watching this. It's a pretty simple flight. I mean, let's be honest here. What was our speed right now? Oh, dude, what are we doing at 239 knots? We're cranking it. We're not trying to get... The buffets are closing. Go, 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 go! Yeah, probably... That's about right. That's about my cruising... That's about my cruising speed right there. 280 knots. There we go. That's beautiful. That's perfect. Could you try different weather options? You know what? What about some scattered clouds? Ooh! It's beautiful. What else we got here? Live weather? How can it be live weather, though, if this is in the future? Alright, dude, that's pretty sick. Like, I know we're now flying during the daytime, but the fact that this takes live weather from where we're at right now is super cool. I did want to see, like, not to be Monka-S, but, like, we took off from California. I did want to see if there was, like wildfire smoke, but I don't know if that counts as, like, weather, or if that's, like, not a weather phenomenon, but rather, like, an environmental phenomenon of a different circumstance. They don't have that in-game yet. Okay. It's fine, you can joke about it, I'll allow you. Because I'm not joking about it, I just thought it would be interesting to see. Not to mention, BC gets wildfires all the time. Not this year, because our summer was actually pretty, you know, chill. But most summers, we get real nasty wildfires. Fly over Greenland and see if there's any ice left. The only thing I wish this plane had a better map. Because right now I'm like, what the heck is this? Tell you, there's no airport there. VFR in the toolbar. FK in the coffee. Yo, this is amazing, dude! Why did I ever play this game without chat? So what is this then? We don't know, those are cloud levels. KVCV. Those are, yeah, and it's a regional airport. Like, K is like the U.S. airport prefix. That's Victorville, California. That's cool, dude. I'm willing to say it. This is a cool-ass game. Could we please have 100% lightning? Alright, I don't know if I'm ever gonna fly again. Flying during the daytime? No problem. Flying during a storm? Maybe not so much. Dude, why don't the pilots just change the weather while they're flying? I have never had lightning hit a plane that I was in. Thankfully. Also, I think our plane has been struck by lightning. Our airspeed indicator no longer works. Our instruments are frozen. It's because of ice? Really? I mean, I guess it does get like minus 50. Maybe not at 14,000 feet. But it might be like minus 20 or minus 30 out here. What's the de-icer? Systems. Ice control. Heater. That's windscreen heater. It's pitot heat. It might be on your roof. Pitot. Okay, pitot heater. Those are circuit breakers. What, you guys don't know where the pitot heater is in this private jet? Come on. What if we just depressurize the cabin for fun? That'd be wild, right? Oxygen mask? Dude, can you, like, put the curtains down? It's too bright up here. Mr. Fantastic, are you okay back there? They'll probably, you know, they'll be good to go at some point anyway. We are flying into the clouds. But that's where our vector's taking us. Skirt. It might be Shift H. Brett. I don't want to hit Shift H just in case it's like put your own GPS coordinates up on the screen right now. So here's what we're gonna do. I don't know how far it is until we get to Vegas. We're going over the clouds, baby. And you know what? Autopilot, your services are no longer required. Oh, baby. We're flying over the storm. Can somebody also tell me what is the blue thing on our compass? That's north. That's just there to indicate north? That's what the big N is for. It's a heading bug which defaults to north. Okay. I don't want to know what's going on in that cloud down there. Oh, I think it's just the sun. I did call it a cloud. Okay, fine. Oh, dude, we got it back! We brought our instruments back. This is a jet. Surely this thing can go up to like 40,000. What's your worst flight experience? Flying Munich to Stockholm for a Paradox convention. You're okay. Just choppy air. We landed in like, I mean, I don't know what to say because I'm not a pilot, but it felt like an insane crosswind. Like the plane was coming in for the landing like the way that I come in for landings in this in flight sim. But we landed just fine. So no sweat. Nope. We're fine. Planes are built to get struck by lightning once and be completely okay. Just gotta keep climbing a little bit. Eventually we're getting out of there. No, we're not stalling. We won't be stalling today. Just gotta keep climbing. Just have to keep climbing. Hit a patch of cold air there. That's all right. We're climbing again. I don't care about being off course. This thing handles like a dream. Where's your VFR map? There's no time for that. We're flying through the eyes of a hurricane right now. How do you turn off the stall warning? Ladies and gentlemen, you see how easy it is to fly? Is actually no problem whatsoever. Airspeed's getting a little low. Don't make me do a plane. Don't make me go back into the eye of the hurricane. If anything, this should make you want to fly more, because the fact that I'm flying just fine, I mean, it can't get any worse than that, right? We still got a long way to go before Vegas. All right, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Strap in, Mr. Wonderful.
Overspeed.
Son of a bitch. Overspeed. We can do it again. But I'm like, why is it a 20-minute flight? When it took us, like, we were going for like half an hour there, weren't we? No, I don't need the travel to button. I'd like to do the flight from runway to runway. We were only flying for like 15 minutes? Oh, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna not put it in a storm this time. Quite frankly, I blame the passengers in the back, telling the pilot to fly through a thunderstorm for sport. If we just drove through or flew through a sunny day like live weather had us doing, we would have been fine. It's the only way I can feel something. I think I'm just gonna put it on live weather.
Los Angeles Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Honestly, like, don't take this the wrong way.
Runway 25 right.
If you just joined us and you watched us crash, you're like, hey. Okay, we should be good to go, I think. That is good to go. You're like, you need to turn on assist so you don't crash. We were doing just fine. In fact, that's why we turned the assists off, is because the assists were actually, they were holding us down. Oh, come on. Why don't you stall yourself, buddy? Flaps up. Alright, Mr. Wonderful. Say goodbye to Los Angeles, where we filmed Shark Tank. Say hello to Las Vegas, where they filmed Austin Powers 1. Skirt. What's that sound?
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, acknowledge last transmission.
Acknowledged and ignored. That just means the coffee's ready. Oh, baby. I mean, we did go 7,000 feet up in about 60 seconds. Engines might have got a little hot, but that's okay. Yes. I copy. Turn on live weather. Did we not? Hold on. This is what got us into trouble last time. Everybody just relax for 2 seconds here, okay? Is on live weather. That's live time? You're right. All right. Now we're on live weather. Happy? It's a world of difference. Respond to ATC. Now that's good advice. I don't want to leave him hanging. I've acknowledged my frequency change.
Los Angeles Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
And we will tune to Los Angeles Center on 132.85. Over. Request flight following.
Los Angeles Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna C25C 3 miles northeast of Santa Monica. Request flight following. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Los Angeles Center.
Squawk 0447. Over. Roger. I acknowledge your squawk code.
Squawk 0447 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact 6 miles northeast of Santa Monica, flight level 200.
Okay, fair enough. Flight level 200. I can live with that. I acknowledge your radar contact. Thank you.
Copy Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
And I request IFR clearance for instrument FP. Over.
Los Angeles Center Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 7 miles south of Burbank. Request IFR to Las Vegas.
I don't know what any of this means, but I'm just pressing the button.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is cleared to Las Vegas Airport.
Let's go. They got room for us in Las Vegas. All right, I acknowledge your IFR clearance. Thank you, ATC.
Cessna
Over
Alpha
and out.
Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra cleared to Las Vegas Airport.
UAV is bingo fuel.
Squawk 0447. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra rate back correct. Radar contact flight level 215. Turn right heading 070 descent and maintain 17,000 feet.
Excuse me. I acknowledge your instruction, but I am a little bit upset.
Turn right heading 070.
I will turn right heading 070 and descend to 17,000 feet. Though I consider that resin, I'm in a private jet. I fly where I choose. See, this is what I want. I thought ATC told us where to go. I thought they told us what to do. Request an increase. Request the cruise altitude increase. All right. ATC, I'd like to fly a little higher if that's possible. Maybe 10,000 feet higher.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request flight level 270.
Overspeed.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra climb and maintain flight.
Oh, baby! Thanks, ATC. Instructions acknowledged.
Climb and maintain flight level 270 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Now eat my dust. Go! All right. This is the one. There's no more goofing around. They scrambled the jets. They scrambled the jets and shot me out of the sky. Dude, but with ATC on, this is fun. This is great. ATC got us killed. Well, they didn't say, you know, go full throttle and then pull up as fast as you can. What is Squawk 7500? What does that mean? It sounds like a lot of birds. I don't want to turn off damage. It's called Microsoft Flight Simulator, not, you know, Microsoft, hey, point the plane where you want it to go. We gotta, you know, have some realistic physics and engineering here.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 25 right, ready for takeoff departure to the east.
Thank you. ATC, thank you. We will be throttling up. Good to go. I'll talk to you in the air. So we hit around 80 knots. We're going to go up. Pull on the yoke a little. Beautiful. No need to request anything. We will steady on then. Over and out. ATC. Okay. I acknowledge your frequency change.
Los Angeles Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
We're going to turn SoCal approach on 124.300 over ATC. Request Class B airspace transition over.
SoCal approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type Cessna C-25C 1 miles southwest of Los Angeles, 3,700 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra SoCal approach. Squawk 4454.
Thank you. I acknowledge your squawk code.
Squawk 4454 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra radar contact 2 miles west of Los Angeles, 6,000
Joker.
cleared through the Bravo airspace.
I acknowledge your radar contract.
Cleared through the
I mean,
Bravo
contact.
airspace, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
And I request IFR clearance for instrument FP, whatever that means.
SoCal approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 3 miles west of Los Angeles. Request IFR to Las Vegas. Ready to copy. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is cleared to Las Vegas Airport at 5.
Okay. We're back. We're back. And we're good to go. I acknowledge your IFR clearance. What does IFR mean? Infrared? Like a television remote? It means you use your instrument flight rules. Oh, and VFR is like if your instruments don't work, you use VFR instead. Visual flight rules. I acknowledge your instructions. We're going to turn right, heading to 040, resume own navigation, climb to 13,000 feet. Acknowledged.
Turn right heading 040, resume own navigation, climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
There's our, we got the right header. And then we got to climb to 13,000. Flaps up, by the way. Thank you for the, thank you, co-pilot. I acknowledge the handoff. Thank you, co-pilot. And then we're going to try to keep our trim steady. And throttle up a little bit. Turn on Los Angeles Center on 132.85, over. Contact Los Angeles Center.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is climbing through 12,400 feet for 13,000 feet.
Overspeed. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Los Angeles Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29er.
Overspeed. 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 Get over it. Why don't you get over your overspeed? We are climbing a little bit here. Hold on. We got to the barber pole of death. Alright, vector to the next waypoint, please.
Los Angeles
Fake
Center,
captain.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting vector to next waypoint.
Why do I feel like I'm talking to Dan whenever I talk like this? What do you mean turn right heading 040? If I turn right, that's going to take me further away from 040. I acknowledge your instruction and then I insert my own.
040, proceed on course Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Alright, we're done talking to ATC for the time being. ATC's drunk. They don't know what they're talking about. We can indeed move the egg cam, though. Thank you for the suggestion. There we go. Pilot in the top right. Cancel IFR or they'll complain at you. I'm not worried about that. If they want to complain, that's something they're going to have to get used to. I'm the bad boy of flying. I solicit the rule book just to throw out the rule book. Look, it's not hard. You get a map. You start in Los Angeles. You draw a line to Las Vegas. You fly along that straight line. And when you see the airport, you just land. It's not hard. Sure. I'll expedite my descent to 13,000 feet. And by 13,000 feet, I mean 16,500 feet. 30,000 feet. No, you know what? I think you're right. Can I get a cruising altitude increase by 4,000, please?
Los Angeles Center, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request 17,000 feet.
Did you hear that?
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
There you go. Acknowledge your instructions. 17,000 feet
Climb
over and out.
Maintain 17,000 feet, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
And then when we get to 17,000, we'll take it to 8. Or 18. I mean, if you're saying just land forehead, I mean, you weren't watching the stream earlier, and it shows. That's all I'm going to say. We were crushing it. Now, I agree. I think we should mess with them. Let's ask for a decrease. Why does this man want to fly so high? When you fly higher, you fly faster. Can I get a vector to my next waypoint, please, ATC?
Los Angeles Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting vector to next waypoint.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra turn right heading 040.
I'm not going to do that. I won't be doing that today. Say again, ATC.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. I didn't copy that. Say again, please.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra turn right heading 040.
Nope. We're not going to be doing that today. I'm going to need you to one more time, ATC. Sorry.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Say again.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra turn right heading 040. Resume on navigation.
Sorry, ATC. I got to
Turn right heading 040.
acknowledge your instructions. Didn't really know what you said, but whatever. We're just going to send it. I'll be canceling IFR now, over and out. I do wish they programmed them to get sick of your crap. Only you didn't say crap. Okay. We got close to the barber pole. We did get close to the barber pole. Close ATC. Alright, we're going to load up our VFR map. Now remember, last time we ran into trouble when we hit bad weather just outside of KVCV. Should be right around here somewhere. We got a long way to go. Still, honestly, I'm like, it's supposed to be a 20-minute flight. Haven't we already been flying for 20 minutes? Okay, fine. Dude, ATC is so mad. They're like, you're 600 feet below your assigned altitude. It's not like nobody else is anybody else taking my spot? We got clear skies. ATC is for nerds and accountants. So, yeah, I heard your... Oh, my God. I heard your last... Acknowledge. Do you see my altimeter? I'm at 17,000. Just relax. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I showed you my altimeter. Please respond. I am descending now, though, I'll admit. But we're in overspeed territory. We're in the barber pole of doom. I'm requesting a cruising altitude decrease, ATC, if you don't mind. Cruising altitude decrease.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra. Request 14,000 feet.
Thanks, ATC. You're cool. I appreciate it. I acknowledge your instruction. Over.
Descend and maintain 14,000 feet, Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3.
Nope. I acknowledge the handoff.
132.3.
Can you just, like...
Golf Sierra.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm about 2 seconds away from sending it.
Los Angeles Center, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, 13,900 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Los Angeles Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.92.
We'll be canceling IFR. I'll be using visual devices only. My ocular stems, optic nerves, and the two things hanging just under the other thing between my thighs. Over.
Terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved.
Sorry, I can't go over 300 knots. No, I will not.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Shut up.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
No, I will not. I will not. I will not. Okay, ATC, we don't need you anymore. All we don't need ATC, we just need VFR. We still got a long way to go. We're less than halfway there. So step one is going to be climbing. We're going to climb to about, I'm going to say 30,000 feet. Honestly, I don't understand how pilots do it. Having to listen to somebody else tell them how to fly their planes all the time. The plane flies itself, dude. All you gotta do is point it in the right direction, usually up, and then go. Like, why do they let these nerds boss them around and tell them how to fly? I'm not pulling it apart. This thing was $9 million. The only $1 million product that collapses at the first piece of stress is Toronto's top 6 in the NHL playoffs. Hi-yo! Skirt! Okay, no stall. No stall. No stall. No stall today. No stall. Just get just a little turn here to get back on the right header. You're not going to hurl. You're going to be fine. Now shut up or I'm going to put the landing gear out mid-flight again. Landing gear. Landing gear. Mr. Wonderful's going to be pissed. Who do you think's flying the plane? No, we learned how to use autopilot on the first flight. Now I'm like, because this one's short enough, I'm like, let's just send it, dude. Honestly, autopilot, the game's already kind of boring in the best way possible. But, like, autopilot on stream is insanely boring. Like, there's... Don't get me wrong. I'm about one click of nerddom away from being at this moment. But, like, you know, booting up a stream to fly for 8 hours or do, like, a LAX to JFK flight is one thing. Being like, oh, I gotta be there for the stream so I can watch the whole flight from LAX to JFK on autopilot? Absolutely not. That's why on this channel we send it, which is why we are still climbing. All right. But it really, you're right, it's like a Pixies song. You get hours of boredom, followed by about 2 minutes of genuine terror. Actually, I played the new Ace Combat, like a year and a half ago. Sorry, the Pixies are not boring. They're quiet, loud, quiet. But I played the new Ace Combat. I like it a lot, but the checkpoints are frustrating. You can get like 99% of the way through the level. And then if you die, they're like, start over. Okay, we gotta throttle down slowly so we don't hit overspeed at cruising altitude. So we don't hit overspeed at cruising altitude. Is what I said. So we don't hit overspeed at cruising altitude?
Overspeed.
Well, we gotta pull up a little then.
Overspeed.
Just chill. I don't know why this guy's such a nerd. Yeah, I thought we could do more knots in the air at cruising altitude, because there's like less drag, but I guess not. Okay, we made it past Victoriaville. We're about halfway to Las Vegas. Oh, our true airspeed is 400 knots. I see. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude. The cabin crew will begin going around doing a meal service. Alcoholic drinks are available for purchase with credit and debit card only. Sorry, this is a cashless flight. We do not accept anything. Meals can be purchased by speaking to an in-flight cabin crew member. The menu is located in the pocket in the seat back in front of you. Now, sit back and relax and enjoy the flight to Las Vegas. What if I just muted my mic for the rest of the stream? I thought about it. Alright. Alright. Can this replace Isaac? It can replace Isaac today. Although I already recorded an Isaac today. My mom is asking if I can see the cockpit. Oh, hello, little Johnny. Why don't you come in and take a look? There you go. Welcome. Welcome. By the way, why are you a little kid flying on a private jet? Must be nice. Anyway. Here's the cockpit. You want to pull on this thing a little?
Overspeed.
Whoops. Hold on.
Overspeed.
Hold on. Daddy's got to deal with something.
Overspeed.
Sorry. I believe I accidentally removed the yoke here, if you don't mind. Yeah, I don't know how we get that. You know, you could keep that as a souvenir. Anyway, probably won't click on this one. You know, there's all sorts of buttons. I remember this. This is the thing I was using in X-Plane 11 to type in where I needed to go. I remember using this son of a gun. This is a piece of trash, dude. This thing, I don't even know. It's built in like the year 300. Don't even talk to me about that thing. I had to watch like a 2-hour-long tutorial by like some 14-year-old British kid to figure out how to use that thing. But when it worked several percentages of the time. Anyway, get back there. I got a flight to run. We're getting into the barber pole of doom here. Overspeed. Just up your trim. Does up your trim mean move your trim up or move your trim more to the upmost position? I guess if you trim up, you will bleed speed because you're climbing.
Overspeed.
There we go. That's perfect. Which means, honestly, we can probably freaking crank these engines then. Just for a minute. And then we'll carry that speed into the chicane. Dude, I feel like I've been flying for an hour. This is a 26-minute flight. No, I mean even without the resets. I feel like this flight has been an hour long. It's been 10 minutes? We need Elon to build those, like, space tourist rockets. This is ridiculous. People are still traveling like this? Alright, chat, can I get a lookup? ATC, chat, air traffic control. Can I get visual confirmation of what the heck KBVS is? Over. Didn't hear you send again. CATC, I'm looking at, I want to know what the name of KBVS is, over. Skagit County Regional Airport. Alright, we will not be landing there, ATC. I have acknowledged your nomenclature. We will not be landing there. We're going on to Vegas, over. Gonna keep going, just gonna go with the flight plan we originally drew up. Roger, thank you. Yeah, I know the flight from LAX to Vegas is an hour and 10 minutes, but that's when you're flying cattle class. We're on a private jet. This is the private jet bear tap he got for winning Champions Assault. It's an army airfield? Confirmed that you have not sold me. That's cool. We might be able to see all sorts of cool planes, but I'm a pilot. I see cool planes all the time. Over. No need to land. We will instead be looking to go to the buffet at the Cosmopolitan. Over. And maybe swing by the sports book. Place a $10 bet on the Canucks to win the Stanley Cup. Over. CATC, please advise if we begin to approach Area 51, I don't want to get shot down by a heat-seeking Hellfire missile developed by Lockheed Martin. Over. If you could let me know so I could steer around Area 51, that would be amazing. Over. What are all these beeps, dude? Just relax. There you go. It does sound like a missile lock-on. You're supposed to be at 30,000 feet? No, we requested cancellation of our IFR CATC. I thought we were on the same page here. We are now flying VFR, which means I get to make the rules. Over. I mean, if you want, we could start. I mean, okay, it's CATC. If this is what you want, then sure. We'll cut throttle to 0, and we will descend rapidly, and we'll fly at around 10,000 feet. How does that make you? How does that make you feel? Over. Maybe then you can get a visual clearance and confirmation of us. Over. We're gonna glide this son of a gun right into McCarran. Just a gentle descent. I think, you know what? I'm not even messing with you. I think that's Las Vegas out there. You can't see it because of the tail? I think this is Las Vegas right here, right? Dude, I can see the stratosphere. I can see New York Casino. What's that line on the ground? I don't know if that's there in real life. That does not look like a road. You think it's the state line? I don't think so. Maybe? I don't know, man. Go down and check. What do you think we're doing? Look at our vertical speed. Negative 4,000, dude. I got a question for you. We got electric cars. Why don't we have electric planes? Batteries are heavy. That makes sense. Actually, it makes a lot of sense. Thanks, CATC. Appreciate it. Can you fly past the Great Ice Wall and confirm that the Earth is flat? Well, no, because Microsoft are NASA shills. They wouldn't have programmed that. Just because the game shows that the world is a sphere doesn't mean the world is a sphere. They would have just programmed it to be a sphere. And if you'll believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. Secondly, there's only 2 jokes people make when you're playing Flight Sim. One is, can you see the curvature of the Earth? The other one is, can you fly to Little St. James? Both of which I have heard 300 times already. What is that shadow? Minkus? No, Core, you know what it is? That's the time zone. So it's like 4 p.m. here, and it's 6 p.m. here, so it's darker. That's the time zone change. Vegas is PST. That's your problem with the joke? That's the issue that you take with this one. Yeah, plus it's PDT, dummy. Anyway. CATC, can I get an indication of what DECEL is? I believe triangle on my VFR map indicates that it is an air waypoint. Over. It's a decal. That means decelerate? Well, I'm one step ahead of you. Honestly, the fuel is fine. I am surprised by the number of people who... Like, would you guys just, every time you drive, do you fill up your gas tank? Yes, that is insane and ill. There's like, it's a very simple calculation. It's like getting from here to here at this speed and this weight takes roughly this much fuel. You don't need to fill it to 100%. That's like you're going to be using your gas to drive your gas around. Half of your gas is merely used to fly the gas to your landing destination if you do that. Plus, people are like, well, if you run out of fuel, you die. You kidding me? If I run out of fuel, I'm not going to die. I'll just pop this son of a bitch down in the Mojave. We got nothing to worry about. You're technically correct, and I don't like it. I know I'm correct! This is, I'm not an engineer. I'm not an aerospace or aviation professional. It's just, it's not even technically correct. It's just correct. It's like, oh, we got a flight from San Francisco to Oakland. We're taking a Boeing 737. Put the same amount of fuel as you would to take you to New York. Makes no damn sense. Why aren't you a pilot then? Well, wait till we get to the runway and I'll show you. I will change the time, but I want to get to our decal first. I want to get visual confirmation that we are indeed approaching the city of Las Vegas. As of yet, I think I can see it just over the horizon there. You know what? Send it. We did use like 1% of our fuel just on that burn right there, but... Skirt! No problem. Hit the afterburner. There's only a few people lazy enough to fly SFO to Oakland. Well, I meant, when I said fly, I meant you take the private chopper. I didn't mean necessarily you have to do the whole takeoff and landing stuff. I'm just, you can take off from the company chopper at Coit Tower, and then you could land in the center field at the Raiders game. They're in Vegas now, aren't they? Center field at the Athletics game, then. That's fine. All right. Overspeed. So whiny. All right, we've hit our decel point. Yet I do not have visual confirmation of the city of Los Angeles, but I've been told that I must make an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Very shortly, we will be beginning our descent. Sorry, Las Vegas. Oh, sorry, is the mic on? We'll be beginning our descent into the city of Las Vegas. Weather is exactly the same. Time is exactly the same. We're flying within the same time zone, so you got nothing to worry about in that department. Weather-wise, it's hot. It's hot and it's dry. And I've been told by our VFR map that the city is dead ahead, but a little bit of low visibility out here, so I do not have confirmation of that from a visual standpoint yet. But sit back, relax, listen to your cabin crew. No over-the-ear headphones for some reason, but you can read a magazine. You can read a magazine if you want, but you are not allowed. You can use earbuds. AirPods are fine. Apple slipped us a canvas bag with a $sign painted on it, but you are not allowed to use Sennheisers. I don't make the rules. At this point, the cabin crew will be coming through the cabin to pick up any extra refuse or garbage or recycling. They will also yell at you for meaningless things like, "Sir, can you move your feet? Your feet are not... Don't cross your legs. You're not allowed to cross your legs during landing." Following that, they will strap themselves in to those seats right near the exit doors, and they will gossip about you until we make touchdown at McCarran International Airport in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. If you have to use the bathroom, I apologize. That is now illegal. We have several sky marshals on board who will execute with impunity the fullest extent of American maritime law. Thanks for flying United, and we'll see you on the ground. It is true, a pilot can legally murder you in America. Not even like mid-flight, like just at any point. They get 1 token per year. I will politely keep my Sennheisers on. Sir! The pilot said no over-the-ear headphones may be worn. Only in-the-ear earbuds may be worn. In case the plane goes down in a giant fireball, the difference between earbuds and over-the-ear noise-canceling headphones could save your life. As the fuselage snaps in two and dumps us all 9,700 feet into the Mojave Desert without any kind of parachute. Alright, so supposedly, like, Vegas is coming up here. Let's, same weather. Oh, baby, now we're talking. Oh, I mean, there's our airport right there. That little blinking light over there. Give it a second. Just give it a second. That's your tail? No. The yellow blinking light in the distance. That's the strip? That's where you're wrong, sweetheart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the landing strip. Oh, no, there's the airport. No, you're right. You're right. That is indeed the strip. Oh, no, you're right. That one of those is KLSV, one of those is KLAS. That's what it is. But KLAS is the big airport. Bro, where's my strip? I mean, we gotta do a little once-over of the strip first. So it should be like... It's, feel like we should be seeing the beautiful lights of Las Vegas at any moment now. At any moment now, we should be seeing... I think that's the strip right there. Dude, who needs to go to all the cities in the world when you could just go to Las Vegas? Las Vegas has Las Vegas. It has New York. It has Paris. It has Cairo. It's got everything. I will say, they're not... don't appear to be much going on there tonight. Doesn't appear to be much going on the strip tonight, for whatever reason. But there it is, right there. I want to be a part of it. Las Vegas, Las Vegas. Start spreading the news. So this should be the strip, like right here. They haven't paid their power bill recently. Excuse, where's the Eiffel Tower? I don't need to zoom in on the map. This is Las Vegas. Where's the Eiffel Tower, dude? Where's the Wynn? Where's the Cosmopolitan? Oh, there's Caesar's Palace. I saw Caesar's Palace. You just passed the Eiffel Tower? Hey, turn the lights on, okay? There's the Stratosphere, also known as the Space Needle. Dude, if I ever flew into Las Vegas and it was this dark, I think I would ask the pilot to turn around. Something's clearly gone terribly wrong. Although it is starting to look more real now. Alright, now I just gotta get a visual confirmation of the airport again. Is that the airport? We are a little fast. We're coming in at 200 knots. That's like an airport. I don't know if it's the one we want. Anyway, we're gonna slow this son of a gun down. Can I get flaps down, please?
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Don't sweat it. Don't sweat that
Landing
yet.
gear. Landing gear.
Don't sweat that yet.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Just chill, dude.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, fine. Have it your way. And I'm looking and I'm like, I don't think the runway goes in this direction. I think the runway goes left to right instead of bang on. Yeah. So we're gonna give it a little extra throttle. No, this is the right airport. We're trying to land at KLAS, not KLSV. Yes, yes, I am sure. The compass is KLSAV? Does it? The VFR says KLSV, but it also shows every airport. This is the right airport for certain. The purple arrow always, it will go further sometimes. We're not stalling. Anyway, this is where we're landing. One way or the other, this is where we're landing. So give me flaps down, please. I'm gonna need you to put me in the cockpit, please.
500.
Little extra throttle never hurt anybody. Little twist of the rudder.
Stall. Stall. Stall.
Nope.
Stall.
Nope. No stall. No stall. No stall. We'll admit it was a little bit further. It was a little bit further to the runway than I thought it was going to be, but we still made it. Ladies and gentlemen, a successful ride. How about that? Yeah, you got a little bumped. It's a private jet. Skirt. Corey, you've been listening to chat too much. If you think that I'm going to crash while landing a jet like this, it's never going to happen. Sincerely never going to happen. This is easy mode. Skirt, skirt, skirt. Anyway, that one was just for fun. We could probably fit in one more landing challenge. That's my expectation. And I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 95% sure that was the right airport. I'll look it up. I'll even look it up. It was. Mods, can you find the person who said wrong airport LMAO? Not the wrench. I saw the wrench. They're absolved. The person who said wrong airport LMAO, they need to be given a stern talking to. Okay, an epic landing. In Lukla, Nepal. Easy. Look at that. I mean, that's simple. This is supposed to be hard? It looks easier than landing in Las Vegas. 95 knots, 85 knots, 75 knots, and you're in. Yeah, we don't even have to deal with ATC. Okay, here we go. Would you be shocked to know I've been to this airport? I would be surprised, Macros, but because you're mentioning it, I'm assuming that you have been. How did you find yourself at this airport in Nepal? And also, were you shitting yourself? I would probably be shitting myself even if Sully was flying. I'm mostly just like, hey, where's the airport? Apparently it's on the right somewhere. In the fog somewhere. No, it's the fog's gonna break. The fog's gonna break. That's it right. Okay, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have sight of the airport. We are a little low, so we're going to gun it just momentarily, get a little bit more altitude. But not stall. Okay, there it is. What airport is that? Pearson International, Toronto, Ontario. Come on and raise up. Coming in a little high. We got to bleed a little bit more height for sure. So just chill and give me some flaps down to landing position. We're going to need to slow down heavily here. Throttle's at 0. Little rudder action, please.
Stall. 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 500. Stall. 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 Stall.
Hold it.
Stall. Stall. Stall.
Hold it.
Stall. Stall.
Oh! We were in the gimme one more. Gimme one more. Were it not for the stall, we would have been fine. I do wish it showed the crashes. Very simple. We'll do it like this. It's a great 3D model, dude. 5,500 people in the Cessna. Everybody's coming here. We're all going to Nepal. What are we doing? I don't know. Discovering ourselves or meeting the Dalai Lama or something. That's a different country. I'm sorry. I got it confused. Either way, we're enjoying the Himalayas. We're checking out Kathmandu. Where are we at here? 10,000 feet. That's a little high. We're gonna low a little bit. We're gonna go a little lower. There's your airport right there, ladies and gentlemen. On your right, you will see Kathmandu International Airport. We are. I'll level with you. We're coming in a little high. We're coming in a little high, lads. But you know what? Just keep a rich fuel mixture. A rich fuel mixture. So we don't stall. Very simple. It's just an airplane. We're just going to get ourselves with a slightly straighter approach. We're going to put our landing flaps down very soon. They're already in mid position. We're going to need those in bottom position now, please, as we begin our approach. No fear. I've done this 1,000 times. $100,000 times. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to sunny Nepal. We've made it. We got a 157-point landing. Good enough for 30,000th on the leaderboard, but first amongst our friends. Macros lives. Anyway, landing smoothness could have been better, but hey, do you want a gentle death or a rough life? Don't answer that. Anyway, let me see if Kate's up to something here. Let me see if Kate's going to stream after this. I am. I was just landing. said Poggy. What are you gonna play? Oh, baby! Kate's gonna be playing Mahjong Soul at twitch.tv/lovelymomo. So I'm gonna send you over there. It was a good stream, and I will see you all tomorrow for Josh Day. Thanks for being my co-pilots and co-ATC. See ya!